Yeah, my issue isn't even whether Barack Obama is a Muslim or not. We know that wouldn't matter. He's bought and paid for by the New World Order. 3 times the contribution from Wall Street and McCain. Media clearly has been bending towards Obama, giving him unfair coverage. I mean, I just report it like I see it here. You know, I'm not for George Bush or Bill Clinton or any of these people. There's something about Barack Obama and all the police state actions, threatening to arrest people that criticize him, and that's actually been on the news. And the fact that he won't release these documents, and that he did spend a lot of his life out of the country when he was a little kid, and his daddy was a Muslim in a Muslim dictatorship, and he did go to madrasa. I mean, this is amazing. This is amazing. And the media makes no issue and says if you question that he might be a Muslim, you're an idiot. I mean, I think that's a fair question. Now, I mean, if he was a Muslim that was pro-Second Amendment, wanted to have national sovereignty, anti-New World Order, that'd be fine with me. The point here is that presidents are puppets of the military-industrial complex, and the president we've got, George Bush, just told the Congress a week ago he'd declare martial law if they didn't pass the spending package, the banker takeover bill. But during the break, Trey Kincaid, my producer, also board ops on the Sunday show, he raised a point that I thought was excellent. Make that point, Trey.
I was just saying, you notice they're always trying to do reverse legislation, and he'll probably end up being president, and then they'll have to pass a bunch of laws to make it legal so they can backtrack all their crimes, and then next thing you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be the president. Well,
that's right. People are saying, Alex, you just don't like him because his daddy was a black man. Again, I could care less how much melanin's in his skin. Could care less. Don't care. You know, I'm a 21st century guy. I'm not into all that. It's not what the show's about. Arnold Schwarzenegger's daddy was an SS captain, the equivalent of a colonel. He ran an entire sector of Austria, took people to their deaths. When his daddy died, his mother married the head of the SS in Austria. The head of the SS is Arnold's daddy. He's sat on the knee of Kurt Waldheim, top SS officer, former head of the UN. And I made a film, 911, Rise of the Police State, martial law, 911, Rise of the Police State, long title. The last hour, 3 hours long, is about Schwarzenegger. Now, he shouldn't be able to be president because he was not born here. Now, look, it isn't that I don't want a black guy in there. I don't want a white Nazi in there. And I sure don't want a liar in there who's covering up he was born in Kenya or that he went to Muslim schools. And it's a fact he did it. And the fact is that he's covering it up. That's the fact here. And there's all this Obama brainwashing going on, and I've had enough of it. 877-590-5525, 877-590-5525. Unbelievable. You know, I'm a communist when I'm against George Bush destroying the Bill of Rights. And then now I'm going to be a right-winger disliking Obama as president. Folks, I'm a constitutionalist. I look at the facts and I report. I got an easy job. Don't look at this show through the lens of left or right. I'm telling you, 9/11's an inside job. Go look at it. And I'm telling you, Barack Obama's covering up who he really is. We just call it like it is here. You want to comment on the Obama thing, 877-590-5525. All right, getting into the economy, a bunch of police state news in the final segment right now. Let's go to Noah in Denton, Texas. You're on the air, sir.
Hello, Alex. I'm a big fan of the show.
Welcome.
I was astonished the other day when I heard Mike Burgess on your show. That's my representative here in Denton.
Well, they were threatened with martial law, so we had him on. We had another congressman on. They were martial law, so we just thought we'd have him on.
Do you think he's a listener of your show?
No, but basically we're always amazed. Pretty much anybody we call, whether it's Chuck Norris or Jesse Ventura or you name it, to come on the show, they already know who we are and are generally listeners. But I didn't ask Burgess that. Did Burgess's office, Trey, get your mic back over there, buddy? He swings it away from him like it's a cobra when he's not on it. Did Burgess's office know who we were?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but when I dropped the name and everything, he was just oh yeah, because they're up in Fort Worth.
Yeah, well, regardless, sir. So it sounds like he is. But what's your question?
Because I've sent him several emails about architects and engineers for 9/11 Truth, and also InfoWars news articles and things like that. And I was hoping if you can get him back on the show sometime, maybe you can ask him what his views are on 9/11. I've read his website, and he seems to believe the official story. And he won't see.
Well, look, we just had a Republican and Democratic congressman on about how they were threatened with martial law, and so that's why we had him on. It was on that subject and that subject alone.
Okay, I understand that. I found a website just recently called TexasSecession.com. It's about the Republic of Texas.
Texas can legally secede, but we don't need 5 ne'er-do-wells in a trailer to do it and declare themselves president first. If we want to secede, it needs to be done in an orderly fashion to the legislature.
I agree. Maybe we should start pressuring some of these congressmen about that.
Hell, I'm looking for a free country to move to. People always say get out. Patriots are supposed to stay and try to make it better, but if they're going to federalize everything and take everything I got, I might as well just get out of here. No, I'm not leaving, folks. Don't start any rumors. Bobby and Kelly, you're on the air, Bobby. Go ahead.
Hi. First, I wanted to tell everybody that flu shots have mercury, aluminum, and formaldehyde.
Absolute admitted fact. From 1 in 25,000 with autism to 1 in 86 now. From 1 in 33, 1 in 33 getting cancer to now 1 in 2. It was 1 in 3, now 1 in 2.
And I want to tell everyone to go to Google Video, type in Argentina economic collapse, and they'll see exactly what.
And that was engineered by the IMF and World Bank. We got their documents on that. A first world nation within a month was a third world nation.
Yeah, I've heard you talking about that for years and years, how they're doing the exact same thing as Argentina.
Absolutely. It's the last chapter in my book, Descent into Tyranny, which is, by the way, almost out of print. 15,000 copies. I'm not printing more. There's a couple hundred copies left. You want Descent into Tyranny up on Infowars.com. Online video and bookstore right there. Steve in Colorado. You're on the air, Steve.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for waking me and so many others up. I just wanted to ask two things. It's no doubt that there's a lot of military buildup I've seen on the highways here in Colorado, and that we're close to martial law. I'm a PrisonPlanet.tv member and was wondering if you think that your audience / members who are signed up through your website are going to get rounded up at, get that 4 a.m. red, blue, green thing that, that they talk about on YouTube.
No, sir, that's not how it's going to work. Look, the government, the criminals that run our country, that call themselves the government, have announced that they're going to arrest everybody and have announced the NSA is listening to you and have announced they're going to do all this because they want to have a chilling effect and scare you into not speaking up when it's key that everybody who loves liberty, black, white, old, young, it doesn't matter, Hispanic, purple, green, polka dot, speak up now for liberty. Okay? So, yes, a lot of stuff's tracked on the web, a lot of stuff's tracked on the internet, period. There are tens of millions of people a month that visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. If you go to Alexa.com and look at the ratings, 84%, 85% of those are in the U.S. How are they going to arrest 10 million people? They're not going to. We're the majority. I talk to police chiefs. I talk to sheriffs. I talk to Congress people. They're against what's happening. It's a private group of banks doing this. So instead of living in fear and thinking it's going to be some hot martial law that comes overnight and they arrest us all in one day, they don't have the personnel for that like the Boston Globe tries to put out. We're saying it's going to happen. It's incremental, where due process, the rule of law are overturned, where they taser 400 and something people to death, where they threaten Congress. See, martial law is against certain groups. See, the White House threatens Congress. Well, Congress should have just stood up to that bluff. I mean, imagine if they said we're going to arrest Congress or kick Congress out. It would have been ridiculous. But Lincoln did do that, so he was actually able to do it. First thing Lincoln grabbed, though, was Congress and key things. Here's the deal. The first person you'll see get grabbed down this line won't even be Alex Jones. It'll be business owners and corporate chiefs that weren't on the inside of the New World Order or thought they were but weren't. Then it'll be people like Alex Jones. Or more often, they'll just shut down the web and kick me off the radio. Then it doesn't matter. So I'm a canary in the coal mine. If you see me go down, then something else might happen. All right, let's jam in one more here. Let's go ahead and go to Rob in Vermont. Rob, you are on the air.
Hey, thanks, Alex. One thing, keep up the good work. Second thing is everybody out there needs to get into a position of elected office at the very local level. Bunch of us are up in Vermont are getting our...
and here's the point. The New World Order runs its candidates claiming they're patriots. Why not run our candidates claiming we're New World Order?
I'm talking about real local. I'm talking about...
No, I know. Local, yeah.
I'm talking local towns, local, justice of the peace, because in Vermont law, and it's probably all over the country, we then have lawful duty to check and make sure the ballots and the votes are all...
That's right, and you have right to secede and right to revolt as well. Anything else?
Yeah.
I'll put you on hold. We'll come back to you after break. Stay with us.